He did it for us.
Yeah, you can find us on Twitch, twitch.tv/DC Digital Media. If you want to come and hang out with us next year on the track, tiny.cc/digital media Discord is where you can hear me complain about the fact that they wrecked the toilets upstairs. They straight up stole the seats off of the toilets. And the only stall that did have a seat didn't have a lock on it. So really, they messed up
the party
whole
stall.
Yeah.
Was it Shia LaBeouf?
It was Shia LaBeouf.
Did you guys see that? Like 10 years ago when Shia LaBeouf got in a car accident, like 100 toilet seats fell out of his car.
Also, we are donating to charity. We don't have a tip jar because we are all digital. The official charity is the American Heart Association.
Hey.
And Dragon Con
where the
will
love is
match
stored.
up to $100,000 raised during the con. You can donate by texting AHA 2019 to 44321. And of course, remember, if you guys want Rad-ish to come back next year to rate us in the app.
Please no.
Please.
I had to fly out here, please. It's expensive.
And also, if you give a negative, actually any good or bad review, tell us why. Because we're very self-conscious and don't want to just have to stare and be like, why did they hate me?
Yeah.
Hey, good reviews only. So what's the name of the charity that we're raising money for?
American Heart Association.
Wow, how much money have we raised, Scottye?
$75 million so far.
Everybody needs to give a round of applause to the American Heart Association.
Yeah.
The Buku Bucks, as they call it.
So now I will turn it over to the host of Rad-ish. Actually, are you official host? Because you're all kind of.
We tell him that.
Yeah. I'm giving the idea. I'm giving the title of host.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Mr. Sean Barry.
All right. Welcome to Rad-ish, everyone. This is the podcast in which we bring you the good stuff and only the good stuff every week. This is the live show. Oh, that's loud. It's like, already, yeah.
The British people love us.
This is our Dragon Con live show in which we're talking about all of our Dragon Con experiences. And I want to thank you for coming out. I am Sean, and I never have a superlative about this. Apart from I've been Orange Cassidy for 2 days. And 3 people maybe 5 people have recognized me since then. It's all right. It's pretty good.
I'm Tyler Menk. You can find the podcast on Twitter at @RadishPod. And I'm Jimmy Buffett, and 7 people have recognized me.
But they recognized him as Justin McElroy, so it really didn't fit.
I don't count those.
Hey, I'm Will. I didn't want to be here, but I live in Atlanta, and they said you can't not do the podcast. So, I'm sweaty.
Who here who doesn't know Will Farr can guess what his costume is? He's got that big sword down there.
Who said Berserk? Someone got it.
Hey,
Perfect. Thank you.
I'm Nickelodeon Guts.
Yeah.
I'm Scottye Moore. I'm not usually here, but I partied with Chewbacca so hard I puked, so they made sure I had to come on today.
Perfect. I just want to say hello to my baby, my gal, my honey, my baby, and my ragtime gal.
Yeah.
And also Kevin.
Big Kev!
Thank you so much.
Big
Kev. Big Kev for coming.
Well, I'm not even sure I'm in the right place.
Who are you, Big Kev?
I am a podcaster and someone who gets very involved in con. So it's going to be interesting talking about the different sides of things here.
He's a con artist.
He's a con artist who speaks on about a dozen panels and moderates some cast panels as well. So that's what I do, con.
Thank you for taking on Rad-ish's first panel at Dragon.
Yeah.
Big Kev is probably the most qualified out of all of us to be up here tonight.
Truly. This is the first time in maybe a decade, or if not 9 years, that Tyler, Will, and I performed together.
I love the concept that Big Kev is the most qualified to host your show.
Absolutely.
Yes, yeah.
Oh, so we needed a 5th, and there was a contest, and Kevin lost.
Wait, question, Big Kev. What show do you tell us about your podcast history here?
We're going to do plugs early. What do you do?
Sure. I've been podcasting since 2005.
Oh, jeez.
Yep. I remember.
Sorry about that.
Before there was a podcasting/digital media track, the very first podcasting panel we had here was in like the bowels of the Hyatt at like 11:30 p.m. in like 2006, and it was like
Real
a packed
motherfucking
room.
podcast hours.
So, typical DragonCon, they realized, oh, this might be an idea worth going somewhere with. So I've been doing podcasts for genre TV shows from Firefly to Far Escape. I currently do one for Winona Earp. I've got the main show that's up to about 500 episodes is our Tuning Into Sci-Fi TV podcast. Myself and my friends Wendy and Brent, we cover all the genre shows, news about them, and talk about episodes. So the whole gambit of genre TV.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Check those out.
Yeah.
Glad to have you here.
Well, for all of those of you new to Rad-ish, we're a show and tell podcast in which we present to you every week just like the very cool stuff that we find, whether they be shows, albums, video games, books, and we just talk about them and
People I saw.
people we saw, which will be pretty specific for this DragonCon.
Hey, everybody, big
Hey, guys,
round of
welcome in.
applause for the
Welcome
people
so
walking
much. Thank you for
in.
coming
Hey! What's
Thank
y'all's
you so
names?
much.
What's your
Everyone
names?
asked them why weren't they here 7 minutes ago.
So I guess this week we have good news to bring you all. We have a good news segment where we talk about something good or something a little weird that happened this week, and something just happened at DragonCon that we can talk to you about.
Allie and AJ caught fire.
They rocked so hard, they set a speaker aflame.
Were you there, Scottye?
Oh, no. I was busy watching wrestling.
Yeah, we were all kind of busy watching wrestling, unfortunately, but we did see Twitter updates about a speaker catching fire, which honestly, God hoping one of ours will.
Yes.
Don't want to put you all in danger. Exits there and there.
One of our speakers doesn't catch fire. This
But if one of our
podcast is
speakers catches
No,
fire,
if they catch fire, stay and die with us.
No, like
That's my hope and dream.
real fans.
honestly.
I like the tweet for the Allie and AJ was like, apologies to the fans who had to be escorted out because of the fire. If it caught fire during this, it would be like, thank you to whoever set the fire.
Yeah.
They got to go to the Yule Ball instead.
Oh, you got to cheer from the
Yeah.
You're hardly ever get an applause break from the podcast over from you.
Yeah.
So I guess everyone made it out okay. Luckily, that's why it makes it good news. And that's
It's not good news for the speaker company. It's
Yeah.
great news for Allie and AJ, who just made more headlines than they have the past 15 years.
yeah. Honestly.
What was
Hey,
whoa,
whoa.
Big
got some
Allie and
AJ
AJ heads in
fans
the
here.
audience.
Want to make sure we're a pro Allie and AJ podcast. We all watch Phil
I'm
of the
not.
Future.
What
Well, okay.
Who out here would say is a big Allie and AJ fan? Anybody here at
Allie
the
and
concert
AJ just
last
raised their
night?
hands.
Oh, you were at the concert. Come up here. Yeah.
Were you at the concert?
You? Yeah, come up here.
Well, while we're waiting.
Yes, thank
yeah.
you. Yeah.
Take the box.
Just talk into it.
For what?
It's a microphone.
It's a microphone.
What's
Oh.
up? What do you want?
Oh, hey.
Tell us about the show. Did you see the fire last night?
Yes.
Tell us
So,
all about it.
I was maybe 4 rows away from the speaker that caught fire.
A likely
Oh my God.
story.
So I have video proof.
Oh, my God.
And,
Hey, what's your name, by the way?
My name's Vicky.
Nice to meet you, Vicky.
Thank you
Thank
for coming,
you.
Vicky.
I'm Mexican, so
Okay.
you didn't need to know that, but I like to say it.
For the audio
It's okay.
listeners.
We don't have any variety on the show. It's all right. Yeah.
Well, I meet the minority quota, so
Yeah.
Not at all.
She's Allie and
That's why you're
AJ's
here.
one Mexican fan.
one. I forced my husband and a few friends to go. They regret it waiting in line. We sat down. Nobody was dancing because they had chairs for a concert. We got into a song.
Yeah.
It was a great first song. And,
What's the song?
I don't remember.
Okay.
Yeah.
Was
Can we
it a
find
potential
a
breakup song?
setlist.fm
No,
for
it
Allie
wasn't
and AJ?
that.
Then it doesn't matter.
But I
Yeah.
was drunk, so then all of a sudden the speaker caught fire. Everybody yelled, "Oh my God, fire!" Yet nobody moved. We
real
all
fans.
looked at it for a
Everybody's ready to
good
die.
5 minutes and videotaped it, took pictures, and then slowly made our way out.
Yeah.
You know,
The music must have been pretty good then, right?
Yeah.
Maybe. All right, that's fine.
no.
That's optimistic. I appreciate that. All right.
Vicky.
Yeah.
Vicky, are you an Allie and AJ fan?
I do very much enjoy their older stuff. I don't know their newer stuff as much.
A
but
real
I do
hipster.
like it.
That's fair.
I mean,
That's fair.
I have to say, 12-year-old me was very excited. 27-year-old me was not feeling it.
That's okay. That's all
At
right.
least you're being
All
real
right.
with us, Vicky.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
thank you for your time.
Thank you for your service.
Thank you, Vicky.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, give it up for
Hey.
Vicky! Hey.
Now, Big Kev, what's your opinion on Allie and AJ? Your favorite album? Oh, there! Big Kev gets
their
it.
eponymous work.
So, okay, just gonna text during your own show, Sean?
No,
got
I'm
show
looking
notes.
up this Allie and AJ set list for last night, but I don't know if just seeing if it exists.
It just ends at 4. Yes, sir.
There's always someone. But why we do that? Oh, go for it.
Okay, I am less afraid than Kevin to admit that I am old and have no idea who Allie and AJ are.
Big round of applause.
Wait. What's your name?
What's your name, sir?
If you catch the catch box, please say your name. What is your name?
I'm Andrew with the podcast.
Andrew. Okay. Did you remember Phil of the Future? Do you remember that at all?
No.
Okay, that's fair. That's all I remember. Ali Mashalka? Yeah, that's all I remember
She's
her
on
from.
iZombie now, I think. Yeah.
iZombie.
Oh,
Okay.
she is? Oh, I need to watch iZombie.
Please throw it to me. Oh, that's fine. There you go. Thank you.
Sean wants the catch box. He wants the yeet mic.
I know I have my own mic, but it's fluffy. It's great.
Mhm. Should we begin some show and tells?
Do we?
I have a jam of the week.
We'll have a jam of the
wait,
week.
what? We can't even play this.
We
song.
can't
We
play
don't have
it.
to, because so normally. Welcome.
Hold on a second.
Hey,
Round
welcome in, guys.
of applause. Hey, sir, what's your name? Jordan. Hey, welcome. Do you have a podcast, Jordan? I do not have a podcast. Well, welcome regardless.
Thank you for
Everybody
coming to-
what's your name, ma'am?
Lala?
Big round of applause for
Yeah,
Jordan
thank you.
and Lala.
This is Rad-ish's, the podcast Rad-ish. First show, and we want to thank you all for
First
coming.
live show.
For live.
We've
first
done
live
this
show.
before.
We are like 80
Are you
episodes
sure?
in.
Hey, just so you know, this is the podcast one. The Trek one is next door.
So normally we do like a jam of the week on this podcast, like the song that we think is worth playing, and we play it. We can't do it here because we don't have the rights to any songs, nor do any of us replay one. But there was a guy in the bathroom singing a Bon Jovi song. And when he finished singing, he goes, "That's the jam right there." So I think that guy was God, and he was telling me that whatever. I can't even remember what song it was, but that Bon Jovi song.
Do you remember how it goes?
Something about Homeward Bound.
What?
It's about two dogs and a cat.
Horse I ride.
I'm not even sure it was a Bon Jovi song, but he just singing about.
Well, all right, folks. You know, our jam of the week. Try to keep you up and to date with
Drunk guys.
With
current bands.
With current music, John Bon Jovi.
John Bon
is who we've got
Jovi.
this
Worth
week.
checking out. Haven't added him to the list yet.
Song of the summer.
Song of the
Song
summer.
of the summer.
Homeward Bound.
All right.
All right, so now we're going to get to the meat of the show, and that is our show and tells. So that's where we're going to go around and talk about our...
Hold on a second. You were in the bathroom when you heard this John Bon Jovi song.
Yes.
Number one or number two? You took a minute.
It was the number one song.
Ah, all right. So we're going to be talking about our things we found this year at Dragon Con. I know this is mine and Tyler's first year here. Scottye and Kevin, I believe, have been here at least 15 years.
You are.
This is Will's second year.
Will is 16 years old, so he's been here since he's 1 year old. Hold on a second. How many people here first year Dragon Con? By hands. That is at least
8?
8.
And
9?
how many of you
9?
have gotten alcohol poisoning in your time here so far? There we go.
Whoa, there's
Yeah.
1, 2, 3,
Yeah, all right.
4.
Friend of the show came here.
That's almost all of them.
We're following you.
It's tradition.
This is mellow yellow. This is mellow yellow and Sprite. They call it a mellow Sprite.
This is a margarita on the rocks.
This is tequila.
So we're going to go around and talk about the very cool things we found this year. And actually, when you listen to the show, if you find us through either Apple or Spotify, wherever you find podcasts, you just hear us talk about things as if it's a show and tell. This year, this show, we could do a physical show and tell as if you are our class and we are giving a physical
He's
presentation
threatening
to you. This is a small threat. Yeah, who wants to start us off this year at Show and Tell?
I need to think of mine.
Do you want to go?
Big Kev, do you
Kev,
have any,
do you have
cool stuff
any
you
things
found?
to show or just a story to tell?
Anything you got from America's Mart? You could just use the sword.
I haven't even got to America's Mart.
Oh, don't.
That's
It's bad.
fine. The line is
Hold on a
forever.
second. Big round of applause.
Welcome in!
What's your name, sir? What is your name, sir? Nathan.
Nathan.
Podcast? No podcast? Hey, take a seat.
That's
Nathan.
Welcome to Rad-ish's first live show.
The next person who comes in, can we all yell "Welcome to Moe's"?
Yeah.
Next, yeah.
What are you most excited to get to in America's Mart? Like, is there a thing you always go to, Kev?
No, I love going there just to feel the energy and to see all the creativity and cool stuff they have.
Yeah.
So there isn't anything I specifically go for, otherwise I'd be broke.
Yeah.
So I love walking through, seeing all the stuff, and I love to hang around some of the areas if we have some of the kids there and watch the eyes light up when they come around a corner and see something that they're fan of.
Honestly,
Just a lot of
Kevin, you could have just said swords. Like, that's all.
Yeah.
You melted my heart, Kev.
Kevin, that was me today. I saw a couple like fully coolly artworks today that my eyes just lit up, and
Oh, yeah.
it took me like an actual like. Hey,
Welcome
welcome to Moe's!
What's your name, sir and ma'am?
Mark?
We are
Mark.
never getting through this show.
All right, we gotta stop doing this.
Yeah.
Welcome, Mark.
We saw cool stuff. We waited in line for 5 hours to see cool stuff.
The line was worth it. Honestly, there were a couple booths where I
Yeah.
just like stood through and flipped through artworks that I did not pick up because I'm not sure what I can hang in my apartment or not.
Yeah. Well, for me, what I was on a just a manhunt to receive was a cologne made by a gay pro wrestler named, and the cologne is called Daddy. I see we have some Daddy fans in the audience.
Yeah.
Everybody's a fan of Daddy.
And it is produced by the greatest wrestler of all time, Effie, because from neck down, Effie is the most flamboyant gay man. From neck up, he looks like an accountant from New York. He's my favorite. And they decided to make a cologne inspired by him, and it just has his behind on the cover of it, and apparently there are variants, like it's a Marvel comic. Because as they reach down, they go, "We only have 2 left. You can either have the ass or the crotch. Which one do you want?" And I'm like,
What did you pick?
Oh, I picked the ass.
A man of
Likely
culture.
story.
I want to say I came by that same booth maybe 20 minutes later, did not see a single one.
Yeah.
You bought the last
Did
ass.
you ask? Did you ask them? I had to ask. I had to say the secret message to get the daddy behind the counter.
Truthfully, I didn't ask. I was just looking. and
Oh, you're a
being
shy
hanging. I'm
boy.
sorry.
You could have had the crotch. I took the ass.
I don't know what to do with essential oil, Scottye.
Just dab it.
That. Yeah. Thank you, Alex.
Do you guys remember the video of Squidward dabbing?
Yeah.
So we did the SpongeBob panel yesterday, and the voice of Squidward told us the guy who did that got fired from Universal.
So we started a petition.
Yeah, so
we
we're
need
gonna
to get
get
this
that-
guy rehired immediately.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
You want to get him rehired. But also, apparently, the guy that, if any of you have seen the follow-up video of Squidward hitting the whoa,
Yes.
if any of you are like hip to 2019 trends, we're not sure where that Squidward is. So hopefully,
He's probably
like,
fired too.
It's the
I
second
hope he's
Squidward
okay.
theory.
But okay, Will, do you want to go? Or who's Will? We're just gonna go down the line.
I
And show
can
and
talk.
tells. Go for it.
I saw a couple signs I really liked. One just said precision dice, which I
We
guess
went there, and I'm fairly sure my co-host bought precision dice.
I guess it's like if you're if you're tired of rolling a 4, buy these. Just like these are super good dice. There was also 2 guys in line yesterday. If they're here, I'm sorry, I'm gonna roast you. He was walking, and the guy goes, "Oh, this line's so long." And his friend goes, "Oh, it goes fast though." And the other friend turns around and goes, "Evan, it's not like last year," and keeps walking.
Who was here
Evan-
last year? Was there a whoa? Welcome back.
We're all newbies.
Was there a really long line to get in America's Mart last year?
No.
About the same. So,
This is the longest it's
Really?
ever been. Yeah.
It did move fast though.
So Kevin's friend was right.
But it did move fast. So like Evan, you're validated.
Yeah.
I'll vouch for you, Evan. That's about all I have. I bought some decals.
Yeah, we bought some decals. Will and I bought some together, and this is gonna be my show and tell. We found on the second floor. We found a decal booth. We realized was like one of 5, but we picked 2 quickly, and I picked up a Nerve sticker. If anyone else is a fan of Neon Genesis Evangelion, if you listen to the show, you've heard me talk about it a whole lot.
For fans of the Netflix one, it's pronounced Narf.
This is a show that has not exactly changed my life, but it's become significant to me. And I was very happy to find a Nerve. It doesn't have the little God's in his heaven, all is right with the world decal with it, but it's going to make me so happy to have it on my laptop. And yeah, watch Neon Genesis Evangelion. The dub on Netflix is not that bad. Just want to say. As much as you may hear, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got one that just says butts.
Yeah.
Like Scottye, they said you want the butts or the crotch, and I said the butts. And then I got this Brain to Sacrifice from Berserk. I'm gonna put it on the back of my neck later.
Yeah. I was walking. I thought about getting a mystery box, and we could do like a mystery box unboxing live, and then seeing how the pace of this show is played out. I'm very happy that didn't happen. We would be here for 5 years. Has anyone gotten one of those mystery boxes, by the way? Yes. Is it worth it, or is it?
Let me work it.
Hold on.
Wait, yeah. Hold
Can you
on.
describe the mystery box for us?
Yeah, raise your hand.
Thank
There
you,
we go.
Tyler.
Nathan.
Nathan.
Yeah,
Nate?
no, I have a Twitch though. What's it? Nate made streams. Oh my god.
Thank you, Nathan.
You just got 100,000 followers.
Yeah.
Now that Ninja's gone, it's
You
all
see
about
our
Nathan
you
Bailey.
see our fan base here, Nathan. You know how many followers you're picking
Number
up.
1 coming in. So it was at MomoCon, so maybe that also deprecated the quality a little bit.
It
but
did.
I
but
really want to go, Nathan. I'll be
opened it
honest.
up. I got.
Dragon Con first.
What's that?
I got a Toradora sticker and a DVD of 3 episodes of Death Note.
All right.
Wait, were the
Like the
episodes at
first
least in
3
order?
episodes?
Was it
Which
just
3
like
episodes?
rewritten?
Three
It
quarters
was
of the way
like
through.
9 through 11.
All right.
A show that is
Even
on
like
Netflix.
the greatest potato chip sequence known to anime history.
also 9 through 11, very specific.
Yeah.
It's like it was 4, 7, and 13. They weren't even in order.
The premiere and the finale.
No. All right.
All right.
Tyler. What have you got for our show and tell this week?
Hey, so big round of hands here. Who's your first Dragon Con?
We've done this.
We have. Well, keep
He
your
has to
hands
remind
up
himself.
if this is your first day at your first Dragon Con.
Oh, snap.
All right.
2, 3. All right, cool. Good to know. Good to know. Hey, hand here too. So I will say, being here one day, I wish that I had the full weekend pass.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
this is a freaking party. Let me tell you, really great.
Yeah.
Y'all are fantastic. So
4 hours a day, guys.
24 hours. Hey, pass me
Unbelievable.
that box. So, wow.
We're gonna be in stereo for the first time.
So, who here has been 2+ years? Wow! Congratulations.
Good luck
Who here?
throwing
Keep your
them
hands up if you have a really cool story from Dragon Con.
Wait, Tyler, you can't pass off your show and tell.
I'm
Just
100% passing off my show and tell. Bob's Burgers in the front row.
Oh, sexy Bob, come on.
What's your name, Bob?
Matthew.
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 I don't have my own, but I actually am on one.
Oh, that's what counts.
It's X's for Podcast, which it's an X-Men podcast where I do recommendations on story arcs.
Yeah.
This is entirely Will shit. Thank you.
Yeah.
I don't like being spoken for.
I'm sorry.
Can you say at Rad-ish Pod real quick?
Tyler.
At Uppity Little Homo on Instagram.
Hey guys, welcome in.
Hello, welcome.
I hope you're keeping healthy as a Sheraton Hotel guest and you don't have Legionnaire's disease that you brought to our podcast audience.
Does anyone have
Sir?
So please.
Sir.
So, Matthew, tell us your tales.
So last year, me, Tom, and my best friend Shireen were sitting at the bar in the Hilton, and across the table from us were 3 other individuals, a literal rocket scientist, we believe, anthropologist or paleontologist, and a man who worked for is there a discreet way of saying a fetish toy website?
No.
Absolutely not.
It is.
But you did
There's no
anyway.
clean way to say
Did
that.
you confirm that you were across from those 3 and not just 3 liars?
Either way.
This is how most jokes start.
All 3 of which did a separate martial art.
Okay.
I'm drunk out of my mind and running my hands all
Welcome,
the way up
Matthew.
the full tattooed sleeve of the one. And it culminates in the tiny paleo, whateverologist she was, buck 10, soaking wet probably, picking up the rocket scientist, who was a large man, and suplexing him.
Suplex City!
Like, just throws him. It was amazing.
In the middle of the Hilton?
Yep, right at the bar.
That's great.
Oh my God.
We love a suplex.
Was it in an argument, or was she just trying to prove herself Brock Lesnar style?
No, they're all just showing off.
Okay.
Unbelievable.
Everyone's fine. It's cool.
It's 2019. Women can suplex.
Yeah.
I've got Tyler, I thought you were going to talk about this, so I didn't talk about it. Can I talk about the blanket?
Yeah, talk about the blanket.
All right. on level 3 of America Smart,
Oh, God.
The 3rd level of hell.
there is just a blanket with a sign on it that just says various hentai.
Wait. Okay. Everyone seems 17 older or more, so we're okay.
Okay.
Can we say the H word?
We didn't look under the blanket.
Yeah, the blanket was
We
wet.
saw another
Have you
man.
listened to our podcast, because we are going to go into very, very specific detail about this hentai.
That's fair. That's fair.
Okay.
And there was a guy who was just going to town behind the blanket, just like
Looking at things.
a veteran at Blockbuster.
Nothing else, just looking at things.
Just being like, got it.
We didn't decide to disturb him. We just saw, like, this is the 18 and over blanket. We walked by. We were like, he's doing his thing. I don't need anything that's under there.
Hey, just quick guess. What is the blanket made out of? No one said burlap, so you're all wrong. It was a burlap curtain.
So we talked about our favorite things we found. Would we like to discuss our favorite things we did or experienced?
Yes.
Because I've got one.
Yeah, go for it.
Please do, Scottye. I know the story, I think.
Y'all, I partied with Chewbacca the other night.
Yeah.
What Chewbacca are we talking about here?
Well, the one that's not
the dead one, Tyler.
not the deceased one.
Peter Mayhew, rest in peace.
Yes.
Fell off the roller coaster at Mall of America.
We went to a very upscale, fancy bar that you need a code to get into called the Red Phone Booth.
What's the code?
8675309.
Wonderful.
That's Jenny's number.
Yeah. Well, we enter the code, and they're like, it's very busy. Give us a few, and we'll try to let you in. And then a few minutes later, these 3 gentlemen walk up and knock on the door, and the guy comes out and goes, are you with the private party that's happening in there? And they go, no, but we're Chewbacca and BB-8 and a third man who didn't matter. And they go, oh, okay, absolutely, come on in. So they get in. Eventually, we get in. Also, any Supernatural fans in the audience? Yeah.
Whoa. Raise of hands. Supernatural fans.
Yeah.
And we hear better through, like,
Yeah,
voice.
Crowley, the king of hell, came out of the bar at one point, and I was just like, okay, what's up, man? And I was like, hey, can I sell you my soul? And he looked me up and down, I swear to God, and said, you don't have one, mate. And I went, oh. But yeah, we then go into the bar, and then we start hanging out with Chewbacca, getting various extremely fancy drinks. And at one point, Chewbacca just looks at us, and I was like, can we buy you a drink? And he says, well, I wouldn't say no to a whiskey sour. So I then...
Did he say... That was good.
Thank you.
Way to go, Will.
And then me and Chewbacca kept drinking. And then next thing I know, I pass out. Then I wake up on a couch. then I puke, then I go back out, and then I wake up in bed at the hotel.
Then you join us on this panel.
Well, no. Keep in mind, also, there were like talent agents for podcasters there that I was talking to and interacting with, and all I could think was like, please tell me they left before I puked. Because it wasn't even a I'm drunk, I'm going to puke. It was a I feel like I'm going to puke, and I'm way too tired to walk to the bathroom right now. So I'm just going to let this happen to myself. So, Big Kev, any experiences like that?
Not even close.
Tell us, hey, Big Kev, tell us your wildest. Tell us your wildest experience at Dragon Con, Big Kev.
Don't have to be you can do this year, but just in general.
Do y'all know about the Parsec Awards for podcasting?
No. Tell us about that.
You say Parsec?
Do we seem like
the
we'd know
galaxy?
anything about getting awards for podcasting?
I was hoping. You know?
Yeah.
Besides worst podcast.
For many years, those were given out here at Dragon Con for excellence in podcasting, different categories, and they would have a party that night somewhere in one of the hotels. Nothing like in a formal ballroom. It was just in a hotel room somewhere. This is before there was a lot of plan behind a lot of podcasting things. So I was very blessed to have been nominated one of my podcasts that year. So I went up to the party, and it's maybe 2 in the morning. And it's a pretty good amount of folks there. It's like a suite going around. And I'm just talking, and there's a very attractive woman.
Get it, Big Kev.
Yeah. And I see, very honestly, that she is coming over the room to my area, and it's one of those, okay, there's no one else around. She's actually coming to talk to me. And she literally opens by saying, "Hi, would you autograph my pants?"
Whoa.
I thought this might actually go somewhere. And then
Oh yeah, Big Kev.
and then she proceeds to have a bag, and she takes out a pair of pants, so it's not the one she's wearing.
Well, no, that's fine.
Hey.
But apparently she was having all of the podcasters sign those pair of pants. And it made
Podcast
no
pants.
sense to me at all why you would do
Pantcast.
that. I don't know. It was very odd. It just put very much a Dragon Con story.
She's still out there somewhere.
And so are the pants.
So are the
probably.
pants.
Have you been coming back these
$200,000?
Have you been coming back these past 14 years to find those pants?
I have not seen the pants or her ever again.
No.
Oh my god.
So what about this year? What's been your biggest moment of this year? I know you've been busy.
Yeah, I've mainly been, very honestly, just because this year the con has graciously allowed me to moderate several guest.
What are some of the guests that you're moderating? Big Kev?
For the TV shows such as Winona Earp, Lucifer.
Woo!
That was a fun one. And then I did a couple for The Gifted. But the thing that was a great interaction, and those of you who just raised your hands as Supernatural fans, I was backstage for one of the Supernatural panels, working for the Urban Fantasy track, and Kim Rhodes was there. Have you seen her at the con?
Yeah.
Sweet Life of Zack and Cody.
No.
Is it a different one?
I don't know.
Is it not the mom from?
It might be. Is it? Okay.
Is she? Okay.
Yeah. Okay. That's
Well,
what we
she's-
recognize her from.
Laughing at me for being a Kim Rhodes.
But no, the thing that was great was, and any of you that have met celebrities, whether they're people you look up to or just other celebrities, sometimes they're not the most engaging people in the world. There is a bit of a us and them.
Not
sometimes.
Chewbacca.
No, well, you're lucky there. But I got to say, in just maybe 10 or 15 minutes backstage with her, waiting for the panel to start, she was just so engaging and just the nicest person who asked a lot of questions about my background, why I've been to the con so often, what it's like, some of her stuff. So sometimes some of these folks are just really just as down to earth as many of us, and that because I wasn't even moderating the panel, and I wasn't paying money for an autograph or anything. She was just wonderful
awesome.
to deal
I
with.
love that.
I mean, you guys had a similar thing with a certain gold-painted pro wrestler, didn't you?
Yeah, we met a wrestling legend in the Walk of Fame yesterday. We met Dustin Rhodes, son of Dusty Rhodes,
The American Dream.
and brother of Cody Rhodes, who is currently the president of All Elite Wrestling, who had a show last night. And we got to talk to him about One, Will's giant sword.
Yeah, we
which
didn't even pay him. He just
we haven't
looks at me and goes, "Nice sword," and I was like, "Okay, we're getting a picture with him."
And then we came back and like we paid him the money, and I talked to him about Orange Cassidy, who I'm dressed as, and we talked to him about thank you, and we talked to him about like Orange Cassidy being signed to AEW, and he's like, yeah, I'm not sure about him, but we got to like talk shop, sorta, about a new wrestler in the league that he works for, and it was a very like since coming into like the wrestling fandom in the past maybe year and a half, it was a very cool moment. One, to meet like a wrestling legend like Dustin Rhodes or Goldust, and to just like talk with him, and he was a very like nice guy, very well built for how old he is.
Yeah, he was hot.
Yeah. And I somehow, the picture that we took also had Will, myself, Dustin Rhodes, and Jake the Snake Roberts right in the background. We didn't even pay for Jake the Snake, but we got the inventor of the DDT in the background.
Dustin Rhodes held my sword. God.
With Will's
That
permission.
sword and yeah, no cops at Pride, just Goldust with a sword.
Yeah. It's just like
He was great. Trying to think of some good stuff that happened.
we met Shannon Purser today, who plays Barb in Stranger Things. Honestly,
Spoilers.
she was taken away too soon. But her sister, Shannon, is wonderful, a wonderful person, and we know her sister is sort of a friend of the show. But it was a very cool meeting her, and it was like very casual, and she was very easy to talk to. This is like, I'm not good with like meeting celebrities, or like I get starstruck very easily.
You started sweating a lot when we met Shannon.
I was sweating the whole time we were in that room.
It's been hella hot.
You guys have been in the Walk of Fame, I'm sure, and you like know how hot it is in there with that many people. But it was.
I learned that the voice of Squidward is the biggest collector of SpongeBob merch.
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
He has the biggest collection, which like he has to go to Target and buy it, which seems cheap.
Like he just doesn't get it on his own.
Nickelodeon makes him drive to Target.
You think he tries to like pull rank if he doesn't have enough money and
I'm
tries?
Squidward.
No. Like he's like his card gets declined and he just lets out like a.
He gets one can of bread too.
But it's been a surreal experience walking through the Walk of Fame and just seeing like, oh, there's George Takei just like standing there, and Zachary Levi, and just like people were like, oh yeah, these are people like we've seen in like many properties and through the internet.
Corbett from Mystery Science Theater.
Yeah, just like kind of like just hanging out.
Since I was 6.
We didn't get pictures, but it's just like, oh, they're just there, and they're like real friendly. There was one guy who was really short. I forgot his name. James Marsden. Nope.
No, Jason Marsden.
Jason Marsden.
Call
Thank
him
you.
James Marsden.
The other Marsden.
Max from a Goofy movie.
Yes, he's like
Hold on.
5'7".
Apparently, and this is alleged, he might have been a real jerk outside the Red Phone booth the other night.
Oh no!
You guys didn't see eye to eye.
But it's it's been a magical experience for Dragon Con. Not only like doing a live show for you all and bringing our podcast to you, but like meeting people that we so admire and like that are so responsible for properties that we admire.
Is
I'm
it
gonna pass
is it
over.
Tyler's turn?
It's Tyler's turn.
Who's got another crazy ass story from Dragon Con? Hey, what's your name?
You can throw the mic.
No, I like this more.
This is very good.
My name is Ashley. And
Hi, Ashley.
Thank you for
Sure,
coming.
Ashley.
I'm almost positive I've been coming since 2005.
Wait,
Yeah.
what? You're almost
It's been a while. There's been a lot of cons.
Been a while.
That's another podcast show. We can't use that.
Yeah. And so this is a little bit of an old story.
Okay.
But it was late at night, but not that late. Like the sun was down, not as drunk as some people should have been at that point. But
Would you say about 9:07 p.m.?
Yeah.
I'm like thinking 8:45.
Oh.
wow.
But
You're way
we
off,
were
Sean.
crossing the street on Peachtree, coming across to one of the hotels, and there is a slight incline under the Marriott as you're coming in under where the big dome is, the upside down dome, and I'm walking with my then boyfriend, now husband, and arm in arm.
Congratulations.
Yes.
Welcome
Big
in.
round of applause for marriage, everybody.
Glad to see you're still here.
He made it.
He made it.
Out of the dark comes a shape. And
Uh-oh.
takes me right out of his arms. I land on the ground and I hit my head pretty hard. And so I immediately start tearing up. And like it's a biological reaction. I have no idea what just happened.
No, Sean would have cried his eyes out if he hit his head on the ground.
And I am just flat on the ground,
I'm
and
about
I
to.
realize there is a body on top of me, and it is no joke. I shit you not, Batman.
That makes it okay, everybody.
Wait, what were you dressed as that would inspire that?
No, I think I was just a bystander.
You the Joker?
So,
I guess it does that. There.
So they haul Batman off of me, and they're like, oh my God, are you okay? And I can barely respond, and I'm like, and they're like, Batman, are you okay? And I was like, what? No, what? And they're like, we need to get you out of here. And I was like, what? Is anyone gonna ask if I am okay? And they're trying to hustle Batman away. And I was just like, we need to go, and I need a drink now. And that's the end of the story.
To be fair, at 8:45, Batman's workday is just getting started.
That's true, yeah.
This is probably wrapping up.
Well, his shift started at 9. He was rushing to get into work.
Does anybody else have like a cool story?
Well, we got lots of hands up.
This is free content.
Anybody so confident in their story, they're willing to get on camera and dance to tell it.
Tyler, just give
Tyler,
someone
what
the
are
box.
you doing?
We got a lot of hands up. Anybody keeping their hands up?
Hey guys, when I first got to these guys at America's Mart, the story they told me was the fact that Tyler was drinking a beverage that was just tequila.
Yeah, my show and tell is the Svedka vodka lady on floor 2 of America's Mart. She gave me a hell of vodka. So who is willing to dance for their story?
Okay.
Tyler,
Well,
stop.
let me just ask.
Just give it out.
All
I'm
right.
so sorry. Okay, yeah.
All right. I gotta.
Wait, who wants to replace
no,
Tyler?
no,
That's
I-
the next.
Yeah.
I'll
We've
slow
got Jake.
dance
We've got
for
a
this. This is about all you're gonna get from me.
Slow
but-
dance.
That's very good.
Oh yeah, you didn't specify, so
and
I'm
the
taking
boss.
advantage. So me and my friend, God, his name's Moldy. His nickname is Moldy.
Holy.
Holy.
Paul Moldavino. I hope he watches this. But we went to the Hall of Fame.
You don't have to keep dancing.
No.
that was
This is my show
specified.
and tell.
That was specified. I'm a man of my word.
Thank you.
So we we went to the Hall of Fame to see, whoever. And there was like nobody that we really wanted. But there was the voice of who's the voice of Timmy Turner? God, Tara Strong.
Tara Strong.
Tara
Yeah.
Strong. Oh my God. So we get in line to see her, and we get like the thing signed together, and we're kind of like chatting about bullshit about her. And halfway through it, I said, "I love your work," and I loved your work in Drawn Together. And when I said Drawn Together, I spit out in front of her onto the ground, and she didn't say anything. My friend saw it, and I was like, oh no. So I just needed to go, but that's my embarrassing story.
Okay.
Thank you.
I like that we were like, what's some awesome moments you had at Dragon Con? And so far I got tackled by Batman and I spit at Timmy Turner like
Somehow our life-changing stories about Dragon Con have turned into just like that was a pretty humiliating situation. I'm going to tell you about mine.
Positive experience with a celebrity?
All right.
Hey, we got a guy pointing.
Oh,
over here.
Tyler.
Oh my God, Tyler.
Brought to you by Svedka.
Hey
What's your
guys,
name,
how do
sir?
you enjoy your first and last Dragon Con show?
Garrett.
This is
All right, so I go to the riding track a lot
Yeah.
because I'm a rider.
Yeah.
And but I've never really met anyone that I had read before. So I went to a panel a couple years ago, and I was sitting next to a guy I didn't really pay much attention. It was a self-publishing track. He gets up and asks a question, I think to Brandon Sanderson, Christopher Paolini, a couple people. And he said, so I've sold about 250, 300,000 books. What do you think? And everybody's just like,
I think I was
holy
at
shit.
this panel.
So I turn and I'm like, I look at his shirt and I'm like, holy shit, did you write that book? And he said, yeah. I was like, I'm a huge fan. I'm sitting next to one of my favorite authors.
What's his name?
His name's Will White. He's gotten a lot more famous in the years. The Cradle series, you can check it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, and after that, like, he messaged me on Facebook the other day. He said he saw me walking across the street. So because of that encounter, one of my favorite authors can now like pick me out at DragonCon across the street.
Awesome.
Isn't that
That
cool?
rules.
That's great.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
I was at Publix and I thought I saw my aunt and I picked a different aisle because I wasn't sure it was her. So Will White's a real one.
All we've got now is that if Scottye sees us whenever he's in Atlanta, he knows who we are now.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is great.
All right, we're at 9:15. Do we have time for one more story, guys?
It
Anyone
was
has
in 15 minutes.
Does
How
anyone
long is
have a
this story?
14-minute? I've seen
Yellow, Star Trek. Yellow
Star
guy.
Trek. I'm so sorry. I've never seen a single episode. I've seen 3 episodes of Star Trek.
Captain. Oh, Captain, my Captain.
I've seen the movies.
Don't say "Oh, Captain, my Captain" because I will stand up on the table.
Okay, my name's Jordan, and this literally happened not but an hour ago.
Hey!
Like
We
we
love
were
a punctual story. Coming
We were
down
just
from the high of
eating.
it, Jordan, tell us.
We were just eating at the food court, and this guy came around, and he was playing the violin, and he was playing the theme from Super Mario. And then,
Ooh.
2 minutes after that, an elvish choir from Lord of the Rings walks through the food court, does a small, little concert at the food court, and then we leave because we were going to a panel, and we see the guy with the violin again, and he's playing the song from Ocarina of Time. And then during the middle of his Ocarina of Time thing, the elvish choir comes marching through and intersects with his violin playing, and I got all of it on video. It was
That's
Oh my
wonderful.
God! Yes.
Anyone else here seen the Elvish choir?
Honest, I want to say that
we saw it earlier.
Yeah, Jordan, that's magical. But unfortunately, it's seeing the full Elvish choir set off the fight or flight response that used to set off in me when I saw clowns as a youth. And so I saw them all stepping down the stairs, and we came down to this bottom level of the Galleria. And they were all singing over there, and I was like, I want out. This is too good. It's there were so many of them, and they were in perfect harmony, but they all had the ears, and they were all perfect in Tolkien costume. It's very unsettling.
Are they real elves or are they elvish impersonators?
That was the thing.
That's the panel, folks.
Are we real Elvish or are we dancers?
I enjoyed watching how excited Will got before he got to tell that joke. Sean was still talking, and Will looked at his mic and was like, and then grabbed it.
Your boy loves a pun.
Have you, for those folks who've been to DragonCon for a few years, you're aware of the cult of the Marriott carpet?
Yes. Yeah.
I am not, Big Kev. I did not.
Yeah.
So did Big E.
Did they really have it this week?
Yeah.
For those of us who do not watch wrestling 3 hours a week,
Tyler's
Big Kev,
in our wrestling chat.
I
of
am,
the
and
three
I
of
don't
us.
pay attention. Big Kev.
Tyler, 5 hours a week. Thank you
5
very
hours a
much.
week. Big Kev, can you tell us a little bit about this?
Real quick, I mean, the Marriott had a carpet that was...
It was a good
It was
carpet.
fugly. It was fugly. But when they changed it, naturally all of us DragonCon goers don't like change. I'm like, oh, it's gone. So folks found versions of that carpet anywhere on the internet, in the dumpsters out back or whatever, and started incorporating it into costumes and cosplay and everything else. And I don't know when it was, maybe 4 or 5 years ago, there were a couple of guys who were in complete camouflage in the carpet.
That's so good.
Over there to match it, and their ability to totally disappear into it and then pop up and scare the crap out of people was something to behold.
I think I was there that year. That was really good.
Those guys got a cease and desist, too. From the Marriott for the carpet pattern.
Yeah.
Yeah, head to toe.
Oh yeah, the stormtrooper with the
Super
carpet.
impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, maybe next year if the Rad-ish boys are invited back, we'll take note of what the current. Well, this is what the Hilton, so we'll go back over to the Marriott and take Hilton.
No, don't go to the Marriott for any reason other than if you're staying there. It is a horror show.
Can we get some Hilton carpet boys?
Yeah.
Like this right here, whatever this is.
That sounds like the sequel to Trailer Park Boys. What about them
Yeah.
going to cons?
Hilton carpet boys.
Hilton carpet boys.
Yeah, it's like they're like a gang, they're trying to bust up in the West.
Unfortunately, with speaking of being in a horror, with it being Tyler's first day, I've tried to find every horrifying cosplay and try to force him into a picture with that person. So I have many pictures on my phone. We'll probably share it on the
let's
Rad-ish Twitter of Tyler just standing next to Pennywise, and I have one with Will next to Pyramid Head.
Have you guys found your childhood nightmare here?
Yeah.
I haven't seen a large Marge yet. If I see one for Pee-wee's Big Adventure, I will cry.
I didn't know it was going to be my childhood nightmare, but I met a Jawa yesterday, and I said, that's a great costume. And it returned that to me when, and just yelled at me in like Jawa and full like Tatooinese, and it scared the shit out of me, and I almost ran through the lobby of the Hilton until I was like, no, compose yourself. You're not a kid in Disney World next to Chip and Dale anymore. Yeah. And so I had to like, can I get a picture, please? And it kept talking to me, and I was like, this is fine. And I took a picture and like tried it in full character as Orange Cassidy.
That's growth.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Thank you, Saitama!
Wait, hold on.
One Punch Man Season 2 is just okay.
Yeah, my least favorite thing in the world are the cosplayers who are fully in character the whole time because they're always terrifying.
I got caressed by a Joker yesterday. That
Oh
was
yeah,
not good.
The Joker who told you, I'm the Joker, baby.
I tried. I was like, please. I was like, he's like, can you say the line? He's like, what line? I said, I'm the Joker, baby. And he said, I'm the Joker, baby. And he like caressed my face, and I avoided him. I've avoided him since. Yeah.
I sent you guys the picture of that nasty rat I found outside.
Tyler?
That was
I was like,
an
hell
incredible
yeah.
red wall. An incredible red wall cosplay. And Scotty's like, look at this gross rat.
He is a nasty rat. Well, no, because like everyone else is in the Hilton courtyard, like having a good time, partying, and then all of a sudden the door opens and just this little weird rat comes out. And just
Clooney the Scourge will not be mistreated.
and just stares at people. And I'm like grabbing a cocktail trying to sip it down, and this rat is just like, hey, bud. Like, okay, have fun, rat.
It was funny on the I did one of the panels for a couple of the actresses from The Gifted. How many of you saw that show?
Woo!
Not enough.
Tyler did.
It got canceled.
But I was so afraid Kevin was about to say I was in the rat costume.
This is how I found out the Gifted got canceled.
Emma Dumont played Polaris on the show, and she's the daughter of Magneto in the X-Men universe. But here at the con, she's been in cosplay as her character. She's had her hair with the blue tint and everything. She really gets into it. The funny thing was, she mentioned how the first day at con, a couple of people in the hallways stopped her to compliment her on the cosplay and said she looked really like the woman on the show.
Fantastic.
She does.
And she didn't. She just said, "Oh, thank you," and didn't tell them who she was, and just kept walking.
Does anyone in the audience have a favorite costume they've seen of the weekend?
Tyler still has this thing, and please catch it carefully because he does have an arm.
Oh yeah.
I think Tyler forgot he was doing a podcast for a second there.
Please don't hit the camera.
Wait, chest pass it, please. Don't just yeet it into the sky.
Yeet the mic.
We've got like another 10 minutes if anyone wants to talk about their favorite cosplays. I know I found like
I think my favorite was Shy Fieri.
Shy Fieri is very good. Yeah.
Yeah.
I found a couple Blade Runner cosplays that I've absolutely loved. Oh, thank you, Tyler.
What's your name, sir?
Justin, this is my first Dragon Con.
Justin, welcome!
And I am not an alcoholic. No, watching the from Monty Python, just like a trail of like 15 people with the coconut shells, just
There
like
we
go
go.
from hotel to
Absolutely.
hotel. It's so solid, and it like
Yeah.
everybody in every hotel is like, make way for the king. It's
Yeah,
great.
yeah.
So good.
That was really cool.
All right. Wait. Oh yeah. Come back. Oh God.
Oh Jesus!
Pass it up to the right side. There we go.
Boy got an arm on him. He's a cannon.
Andrew from the digital media track again.
Thank you, Andrew.
Point of reference, this is my 22nd Dragon Con. So two things. I think the Disney Princess Sailor Scouts this year have been super awesome. Particularly Sailor Moana, I think was super cool.
We saw we said Disney girl bosses. It was
Yeah, we
very
saw
good.
like they were all like very like I forgot the name of the musical.
They're
or
like
the
in
show.
pantsuits
Yeah.
and like had briefcases, but they were
Disney
all
Theranos.
And then going back to the subject of scary cosplay, it wasn't this year, but I have seen someone be the Book from the Care Bears the movie 2.
No, sir.
No,
thank
The
you.
scariest thing ever.
No, it just all he had to say was Care Bears, and I'm done.
Not so much my favorite costume, but the favorite thing I saw today was someone dressed up as Spider-Man with a sign that says MJ lesser than, and I forgot.
MJ is less than Gwen. I saw
MJ
that
is
earlier.
less than Gwen. You can't change my mind.
Oh, you can't.
I think we saw the "You Can't Change My Mind" guys, and we saw one that had a sign that said "Game of Thrones season 8 is better than all the rest," and I yelled at this man. I've been the friendliest conqueror all weekend. I saw this man with this sign. I was like, no sir. He knew what he was going to do. Hand it to James. There we go.
That's how you trespass.
Yeah.
Okay, my name's Mace.
Mace, welcome in.
Not actually. My name's James. And I don't have a podcast, and this is also my first Dragon Con. So me and my buddies Michael and Alex, we were hanging out earlier, and Garrett was there too. And we were going to meet up with Will and Tyler and Sean, and we went up to the Hilton courtyard and saw about 15 Kylo Ren's, it was Adam Driver's from the SNL skit where he's doing the undercover boss thing.
Yeah.
And they all had their lightsabers up in the air, and they were just jumping around. They were just jumping around.
That was one of the most inspiring moments.
It was
I caught a
beautiful.
picture of it too, and I was just like,
it was gorgeous. Michael got a really good video, zooming in on one guy in particular who was looking right at him. He saw him filming. It was really, really
This
good.
is why I want to be here.
Pass
This
the
is
mic
magical.
behind you.
My favorite group of cosplayers I saw was the Squirtle Squad the other day.
Oh, they're so
Yeah,
because
Squirtle Squad.
My favorite one was the guy with the cardboard sign that said "We'll squirt for cash."
Awful. Any Rad-ish fans, future or now? James is gonna be on very soon to talk about. I saw a Bionicle cosplay, and I had no idea what it was from. I knew it was a fire Bionicle.
He's from Matanui.
James, thank you. James is gonna be on soon to talk to all of us about Bionicle, because I know you've all forgotten about it. James has not.
Never forget.
This is all we want. All right, go ahead.
Hello, I'm Katie. This is also my first Dragon Con.
Friend of the show, Katie, everyone.
Friend of the show, Katie. I also love the undercover boss, Adam Driver. My personal favorite of the day, though, was all of the thick Thors. And I also called out multiple of them for not drinking Tropicalia like in Avengers Endgame. So, cheers.
Well, my favorite were the people playing the game Fat Thor or Big Lebowski.
I've been playing that game all week.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's unbelievable.
There's a Venn diagram. Because he's Norse.
Do we have any more?
Yeah, keep your hands up. Katie,
All right.
pass
Katie,
it
right?
on.
Behind you. Just throw it to the row behind you.
You have the power, Katie.
Or Peyton.
So my favorite cosplay of the day. Say your name first. My name's Peyton. First
Friend of the show,
Dragon Con.
Peyton.
Woo! Friend of the show, Peyton. There was a girl who did the full final flower mound costume from Midsummer. She said it took her over 40 hours. She was my favorite person in the world. I love her more than anything. And I respect her a lot. She looked amazing.
I want to say we didn't. I tried to get a picture of Peyton next to this woman because of her costume, and Peyton said, "No, I don't want to." And the girl was off on the side saying, "Are you Claire for Bon Appetit?" They recognized each other, and it was the most magical moment of this weekend because Peyton dressed up as also like me, a very obscure costume.
Oh my God, you are Claire.
Yeah.
Oh
so she dressed
my
up
God,
yeah.
that's so good.
Claire, if anyone's a fan of Bon
Stand
Appetit,
up, Peyton. Stand up.
we.
Give a twirl.
Peyton, if anyone after the show, she has snacks, Almond Joys and Starburst that Claire has made. Unfortunately not. But just the mutual recognition was just one of the best moments I've seen at Dragon Con. And so yeah.
There was a May Queen from Midsummer, and she walked by, and I said, "Hey, sorry about your boyfriend." Oh, spoilers. And,
Please see Midsummer.
5 steps behind her was her boyfriend in the bear. And he was like, "Oh, yeah, I know." And it was perfect.
Who's got another one?
Who's got the cube? All right, go for it.
My name's Bobby. It's my 3rd year here. I'm on the Rat podcast. And earlier today, I saw a lady dressed up as oh my God, I forgot his name from the
That's
Neverending
been me
Story.
all day, man. That's all right.
Somebody, Atreyu.
Atreyu.
The Neverending Story with the Orin and everything. She made her own Falcor to go with it.
Yeah.
And the Falcor was so amazing and detailed. It was insane.
What-
Easily my favorite costume I've seen so far.
What was your name?
Bobby.
Are you aware that you look like Dane Cook and Andy Samberg had a baby?
I would go with Jay
We are not
Baruchel
supposed to do this
personally,
to the
but
people.
I'll take it.
All right.
Hey guys, I'm Blake.
Hi, Blake.
Boo! I've got a podcast. It's called A Load of BS. You may have heard of it. It's with my co-host Scottye Moore.
Thank you, Blake.
But maybe not my favorite podcast or cosplay that I've seen.
Maybe not.
Maybe it's the one that I've seen the most.
Oh, that's
though,
fair.
And that is the sheer number of Scoops Ahoy people.
Scoops
So many.
Okay, hold on a second, Sean. You gotta tell the story, my guy. About Sips Ahoy.
Well, we were just hanging out yesterday, and I think Blake. I mean, we all brought it up about like we keep seeing Scoops Ahoy cosplays, and this couple next to us was like, "Oh yeah, we just do Sips Ahoy." So whenever we see a Scoops Ahoy cosplay, everyone takes a sip of whatever drink they're holding in their hand.
Hey, so everybody's getting drunk tonight.
There's so many. We get it. Stranger Things season 3 was very good, but like, there's other things to do.
We got a minute and a half.
Okay, we got a minute and a half. We got one more.
Okay. Hi, I'm Taylor.
Hi, Taylor. Thank you for coming.
This is my, I think, 4th or 5th Dragon Con. I've lost count. So it wasn't today. I think it was yesterday. If anybody is a fan of Doctor Who fans, are you here? So we all remember Davros, who created the Daleks, correct? Yep. Well, yesterday I saw a Bob Ross. Half of him was Davros, and the other half of him was Bob. Bob Ross.
Bob Ross. That's good.
Oh yeah, no, not Bob Burgers, like Bob Ross.
That's all right.
Yeah, so he had like his little palette, and he was, happy, and he was just like, "Hello, I'm going to paint you a picture. Would you like a picture of the Daleks?" Like, really cute, really funny.
Did he paint like a very scenic picture of the Daleks, or was it just like standard? Okay.
He also painted a picture. It was this cute little girl, and she was dressed up as, I think she was dressed up as like a mermaid or something. And so he was like, she was like, "Will you draw me a picture?" And he was like, so he actually drew her a little picture of like a sun and like a flower and like gave it to her. It was so cute, y'all.
That's precious and completely out of Dalek character.
All right.
Before we wrap up here, I'm sorry.
no.
One more. We got pink shirt, beard guy on the left. That's you, sir. You look to the
yeah.
You've been raising your hand this whole time.
You have 10 seconds.
10
Quickly,
seconds.
go.
Tell your story, and then
So,
we're gonna.
one of my favorites was there was a guy who was Nick Fury crossed with Mace Windu, so he was like full Nick Fury, but also Mace Windu at the same time. So that was pretty good.
Unbelievable.
With 2 seconds left to go, did we have fun today? All right. Everybody remember, open up your app. Go find Rad-ish and rate us appropriately, which is, of course, 5 stars, right?
Yeah. And
would everybody like to say where people can find them on the internet really, really quickly?
I'll go. It's the Rad-ish podcast, RADISH. I know on this DragonCon app, there's a hyphen on that. Wherever you find us,
Just
there's
like
no
the
hyphen.
vegetable.
Just like the vegetable. Our logo is just the vegetable. We release episodes every week. It's a lot of fun. This is the first time we've done it all together, and it's I
Also,
love it.
you have some stuff to give away after the show, too, don't you? That a certain person made for y'all. There's like 10 of them.
What?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we've got commemorative posters for our first live show.
Yeah.
Thank you, Scottye. But if you want to find me, I am Sean M. Barry. That is SeanMBarry on Twitter, Instagram, anywhere. I'm actually that Sean Barry on Twitter. I gotta change that. But if you want to find us, I'm gonna let Tyler take that.
If you want to find us on Twitter, check us out at RadishPod. Regardless, check us out at radishstuff.com. That's where you can find us everywhere.
Discord.
We have our fantastic Discord where it's just like cosmic terror in there. So if you want to join in the fun, join in. Check out radishstuff.com. Find us where you can find all of our podcasts and our Discord and our Twitter and everything. Thanks so much, guys.
Big Kev, where can they find you?
For genre TV podcasts, go to tuningintosci-fi-tv.com.
And you can find me in this room later today at 11:30 p.m. because tonight, I don't know if anyone knows, is the end of the world. And so we are throwing the first ever annual end of the world party, counting down to midnight, where the world will be eaten and taken apart and ripped apart. So make sure to come and hang out for that. It's going to be a very good time.
This is the positive podcast. That's the We're Gonna
Yeah.
Die podcast.
Well, it's a party, so it's fine. So check that out. And yeah, exactly.
Right, there's promise of another one.
Also, I've got business cards and trading cards if anybody wants them. Come on.
Thank you guys so much.
If you guys, thank you. If you guys find us, if you